Hi, today I want to show you how to make my brown butter bites. All you'll need is some grass-fed butter. These little candy molds are great. And then I use a flat whisk and this little pan here that has the pour spout makes it easy to put in my candy molds. Okay, so butter goes in. We're going to cook that on about medium to low. And we're just going to continually stir it with this whisk. I like to use this flat whisk because it will start to brown, and you want to be able to move that bottom around so that it doesn't burn, but we do want it to brown. Now, I do want to encourage you not to be afraid of high fat. Butter is an excellent source of fat. It has a lot of vitamins, A, D, E, and K2, and great minerals. It's great for our gut health, great for our brain health. It's just a really good option, especially when you want to add fat bombs. I have a tendency to be on the carnivore diet, what you might call an under-eater. I'll have a tendency to eat about 1,200 calories a day. You really need more than that when you're eating carnivore, and so I can add those extra calories and the extra fat I need when I do these butter bites. So I really enjoy the little brown butter bite bombs, and it keeps me satiated and full. Now these butter bites will help you be satiated without having crashes. You don't get any energy crashes like you do with sugar. This is a great way to stay on top of all of that. And as you can see, it's starting to boil a little bit. I just continually keep stirring this with my little flat whisk. I'll put a link to this in the comments, and also one for the molds. Now, as you can see, this is just starting to brown. And then it'll go fairly quickly, so you do want to keep a close eye on this. See, the color is changing to a more honey color. And this looks about right here. This is going to be so good. Now we're going to start pouring this into our molds. And you're going to notice there's some bits at the bottom that you might think are burnt, but they're not, and you do want to get those in there because they're really tasty. Now, I did use salted butter. If you're not using salted butter, you do want to go ahead and add some salt to this. But I just kind of use my flat whisk and pull out the butter. Sometimes I make a mess, and I'm just going to pop these in the fridge, and in 30 or 40 minutes they'll be ready to eat. I pop them out, I put them in an airtight container, and I just leave them in the fridge and eat them throughout the week. They're great little bites for energy and to keep me satiated, and of course to get those extra calories that I'm not eating, and to maintain that higher fat content that I like to keep. As I shared before, that is about an 80 to 20% ratio. I eat 80% fat and about 20% protein in my diet. So that seems to work really well for me. And I notice the less fat I eat, the less weight that I lose, which doesn't make any sense, but that's because we've been trained for so long to think differently. But that is the case. I've tracked it. So I'm pretty comfortable eating all the extra fat for sure. Now you'll notice I still have some of that brown in there. I am going to go ahead and push as much as I can of that into my butter bites. It's, like I said before, really, really tasty. So I think you'll enjoy these, and I think you'll be surprised by how they keep you satiated, and just another part of enjoying carnivore right here. Okay, these have been in the fridge for about an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and pop them out and put them into a container. And look at that. You want that, that's the browned bits that I was talking about. You want to get those in there. These are going to be so good. And I'm going to put them in this container, and they're going to last all week. So here we are. We have our butter bites with a nice caramelized bottom. These are so good. They kind of taste caramely because I've browned the butter, and I'm gonna enjoy them all week. Enjoy.